HarperCollins presents My Husband's Secret by Karen Clarke, read by Olivia Mace and Allie Croker. Chapter 1. Caitlin. I ran into the hospital ward, soles squeaking on the vinyl floor. Where is he? The nurse at the desk looked up with tired eyes. Who are you looking for? Jack Garvey? Mrs. Garvey. I nodded. Caitlin. I'll take you to him. Her sympathetic gaze presumed my rough appearance was down to hating hospitals. True. And probably the shock of the call I'd received out of the blue about Jack's accident. Also true. But not the full story. Thank you. My voice shook. I knew my face was shiny and pale, eyes red-rimmed from crying while I drove through the night, finally arriving at the hospital as daylight broke through the murky sky. He'll be ready to go as soon as the doctor's done his round. Is he going to be okay? A mix of love and anxiety inflated my chest where my heart was thumping at double its usual rate. Like we said on the phone, he has some nasty cuts and broken ribs, and his ankle is badly sprained, but he's lucky it wasn't much worse. The nurse gave a little shake of her head, short ponytail bouncing. He was out cold for 24 hours and seemed confused when he came round. But he's been under close observation, and the brain scan showed no signs of damage. And he can't recall what happened. I held my breath. Not at the moment, but that's common after a head injury, even a minor one. He might never remember the accident itself. I swallowed a rush of saliva, picturing Jack being tossed like a rag doll through the air, the car that hit him speeding off into the night. Good job he remembered your number, the nurse continued when I failed to respond. No ID, no mobile phone. The police were ready to launch an appeal. My heart lurched. I'm here now. I managed a weak smile as I hooked a strand of hair behind my ear. Had she noticed I was wearing pyjamas under my coat? It probably wasn't that unusual under the circumstances. I followed her down the ward, averting my eyes from the patients who weren't curtained off, stuffing my shaking hands into my pockets. Did they catch the driver? Not that I know of, but it's early days. The nurse threw me a resigned look over her shoulder. Maybe whoever it was will have an attack of conscience and come forward. It happens sometimes. I tried not to imagine Jack lying, twisted and bleeding, by the roadside. Thank God a passing motorist had stopped and called for help. My chest tightened. Jack had asked for me as soon as he came round. I had been the first person on his mind. What would he look like? The doctor will be along shortly to sign him out. The nurse stopped by the furthest bed, closest to the window. A man was standing, looking out at a line of trees shaking in the breeze, hands resting on the narrow sill. He was hunched beneath a thin t-shirt, shoulder blades rising, every knobble of his spine visible. Needs feeding up, I imagined my mother saying. He's too skinny. He won't stay in bed, I'm afraid. He's fine, but needs to take it easy. The nurse lowered her voice as she touched my arm. Don't worry about the bruising. It'll soon fade. My breathing grew shallow. Through Jack's dark hair was a patch of bone-white scalp around a wound that had been cleaned. The sight of it brought
Sample complete. Ready to continue?